So we're in the city of New Orleans or Nolans,
Collins,
as the locals call it.
the local parlance. Parlance.
Mhm. And the year is 2020.
2020?
Mhm,
Oh, it's going to be 25. I was mistaken.
mhm. So it's 2020. And the initial scene that we have is there's an actual opens up into a dark room that only has a very brief, it's a dark room, but there's a wee reddish glow that just brings out the actual layout of the room. And what you find, Wooster, is your character looks around and and you're not really seeing a lot. You're not even hearing a lot. It's like you're hearing something, but it's like, when you have water in your ears and it's that muffled sensation. It's like that, but turned up, dialed up to 10.
So, major muffle.
Yeah, it's, and as you approach, you see, what appears to be, a woman, you know, in the middle of a street, crouching and hovering over her is it's kind of hard to at times it's there but it's not there. It's like a mirage or like a smoky presence, but you feel you know a sick feeling emanating off it there. And it's and as you hear it hovering, this presence hovering over the woman and whispering to her, going, "Oh, you hit them, you hit a child." There, you see its attention gets distracted as another presence walks onto the street, but this time, unlike the other presence being like an oily blackness, this one is shining, shine of light moving towards it. Again, the voices become muffled, and it's before anything else happens as the actual figures move towards each other. You find yourself awakening on your bed, sweat pouring down your body. You turn over. Would you have an alarm clock, or would what would you be using to keep the time?
Hmm. Keeping the time in the room in question, there would be a grandfather clock.
Okay. It's So you hear the swing of the pendulum, and then and as your eyes kind of adjust to the darkness, you see there's a small glint of moonlight, peering through the window, and you can just see, the time, and it's 2:07. Well, or two around maybe some between 5 past 2, maybe 10 past 2 in the morning.
And is this thing still going on outside, or did
Um,
I
if as best you can tell, what you were seeing was
dream?
a dream, but it's
Oh.
but you've been having in the last week, you've been having these dreams, and these are dreams you've never had before. You're seeing faces of people that you've never met before, you know, but at the same time, you've been getting like feelings of deja vu. You know them, but you don't.
Memories I have forgotten, perhaps? No. The street seemed modern.
Mhm. Mhm.
This is something odd.
Mhm.
Something strange is afoot.
Just out of curiosity, would apart from the grandfather clock, would you have anything else in your bedroom? Would you have like a TV, radio?
Hmm. Yeah, sure. A TV.
Mhm. Would you have it on and then in the middle of the night, or would you turn it off before you go to bed?
Usually would turn it off. I have a feeling I fell asleep watching TV.
Okay. So you,
Oh.
so you,
Hmm.
so you actually look, and that's the other thing is like in the other corner, you actually see there's the dull glow of the TV, and it's literally looks like before went to bed, you had put the mute on the remote, but you can see it is on a newscast at the moment, and it's like rolling across at the bottom, shadow of New Orleans, myth or legend. There, does the city have a vigilante problem? There, no new, news at 5, that sort of thing coming up. Um, is on the banner there. As you are, you're waking up, you you hear the steady breathing of one of your, I think we will call them roommates.
Oh, you mean one of the cats, eh?
Yeah.
Is
Hmm.
it Philomena again?
Hmm.
She does really like to go. I like to come next to the bed.
Hmm. Hmm.
I scratch Philomena on the head. Like,
Hmm. Yeah.
good girl. Good girl. Let's get you some breakfast.
Yeah. And it's just as you're getting up, there is another, you know, another banner come up, you know, you know, uh, big cat scene in Nolans, news at 10
Hmm.
is
Eh,
is coming up.
wow. Oh, the bar for news is really low these days. I
Yeah.
mean,
Mhm.
well, getting up, getting something to eat in the middle of the night.
Mhm.
Just just this odd feeling that I need to go ahead and check the street outside from the window
Mhm.
while doing that.
Yeah. So you have a look It's like you look outside the window, and it's like hmm, it's relatively quiet. There is this part of town. There is gangs. You
Yeah, I
sometimes
do.
you see them sometimes hanging around, but it seems to be even now. It's just gotten a bit too cold. It's just too. There's not enough business for them to still stay on the street. Okay.
Yeah.
And but it's just, do you want me to give me a focus roll, sir?
The first roll of the game.
Yeah.
Let me just find the window that I have the game in. Okay, focus roll.
Mhm.
Ah,
Okay. So as I say, you're not seeing anyone standing on the street. Okay. But as you're kind of like sweeping, your eyes come back to a car that's on the street, and it's quite a wee bit far back. You weren't sure what initially caught your eye until you then suddenly see a slight red glow appear. You know what? As if someone's smoking a cigarette there,
so nothing out of
waiting.
the usual.
No, it's so you see that, and it's you, and then the, and then just as you're turning away from the window, that's when you hear a scratching sound.
That better not be Nasir. But which direction? The cat door? No, the
Mhm.
cat door should just let them in.
Mhm. It's coming from the street again.
Yeah, better take the shotgun. It's this kind of neighborhood, you know.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
And, and what do you do, sir?
Go outside, check this out.
Uh-huh.
So, is somebody scratching my property?
It's so you go onto the street, or so what is Colin currently wearing? Is he in his pajama? Is he in flannel? Is he in boxers? What?
Uh, Given that he did make the way from the bedroom out
Mhm.
to the out to the thingamabob, deciding like the sleeping isn't for him. I think he took on like a more one of those smoking jackets.
Right. Okay.
Uh, and smoking jacket and boxes, so somewhat presentable.
Yeah, and I imagine you've got like some slippers on also, and it's
Oh
just
yeah, yeah,
bare.
definitely,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
definitely little slippers and
Right. Okay.
with the tartan pattern.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So you're kind of standing there, shotgun in hand, like looking up and down the
With the
street.
back little hunched, uh,
Uh-huh.
like this beard that is pretty close shaven, but like full chin and like this neat little, and also whiskers that are little curled up.
And it's as you're look, you're looking. It's not the scratching's not your proper. It's nowhere near your property. It's actually down the street. to the right of you, towards where you that car that you saw with the person smoking in it, is the sound is coming from.
Oh boy. Well, gonna take a look. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? I might die. Lived a long enough life.
So you kind of shuffle down the street there.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, there's no point in hiding the shotgun anyway. It's an open carry state. Fuck it.
Right. Okay. So you're walking down the street.
Oh, wait. Never mind. Uh, yeah. Carry on. I just
Yeah. And it's like as as you're walking down that you see the car that we're talking about. Yeah, you can actually now hear that the engine is running there. And 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 as you're looking, you then see, that actual glow that you thought was of a cigarette burning.
It was.
No, you suddenly see just off the car, you've got two such red burning embers that are just hovering in mid-air.
Ooh. Well. What we got in here?
And I think it's at this point we'll go over to Asra there. Right. As Asra, it's the mid of the night. Are you tucked in neatly in bed or are you somewhere else?
I'm somewhere else.
Mhm. Where are we gonna find Asra there?
She's actually on the French Quarter, partying up with her crew.
Yeah, girl.
Well,
Hey, girlfriend.
Not with the non-locals, with the locals she's partying with.
right. So this nightclub that you're partying in is not your traditional club in the French Quarter. This is one that the actual entrance to it. I don't think it's going to be the normal. It's not going to be a normal entrance. It's like where is the entrance to this nightclub?
So this nightclub is actually in one of the cottages on the French Quarter. So it's back into, you actually have to go through the courtyard in order to access the club itself. It's one of the very high-end ones. It's got a major wait list at this point.
It's this place is literally, as you're going through, you're having to walk through this garden first there to get there, and you've been allowed in. Okay. So who's with you there?
My two closest friends, Nix and Jax, and then our party of 8 other people. So there's a total of 11 of us right now.
Okay.
2 of them are currently sick at home. So yeah. Normally there's 13 of us in this entourage, but 2 are sick.
Okay.
So you mean Judas and Peter?
Roughly.
So, all right, the being sick. It's been a how long? You know, the 2 that are sick. When was the last time you saw them?
Um, one of them I haven't seen in a couple of months. The other one is their roommate. And the story they're giving is we might not see him for another like 7 months.
Right. Okay. I don't know. It's fine.
So,
Seven.
so the roommate spoke to me again, like probably that evening about this party because they
Yeah.
were really excited to go. Can't do it now.
It's as you're kind of walking, walking around, gliding through the club there, and actually looking at at the people and all this, you know, one of the things if you give me an intellect roll, please. Okay. What you're looking around and it's like, okay, the club's full, but there was a few people that you were expecting tonight. You know, they had reached out to you for, orders,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, you're not actually seeing them there. It's to be fair, it's this is practically one of the reasons why you're at this club is the people that you're expecting to be here were the ones that were said, oh, we'll meet here. And just from characteristics, they would generally arrive. They would be here first.
Astra's most likely pulling out her phone
Mm-hmm.
and texting.
Mm-hmm. As when you're pulling out your phone, you'll notice that there you wouldn't have picked up on it originally because of the beat would have described the vibration of the phone, but you can see there's numerous missed calls and there's text there's numerous text messages and you've got the messages saying you suddenly find that one of these messages that's coming up, it's just it's an unrecognized number, but it is saying get out now. What does Asra do?
Astra's going to pull Nyx and Jax and say, drop the party. We got to go.
They're going to be looking at you, go, really? It's like we just got here. I mean,
Astra looks at both of them, not the rest of the party. I go, the rest of them can stay. Us 3, on the other hand, we've got a code blue going.
And it's like, oh, really? Fine. And it's just as, as Pax, he's just looking, he goes, right, hold on, I know a back door out of this place. We'll take that there. And it's he starts leading you towards the back, at which point this is when you start to hear gunfire. Right. Back to Wooster. Um, you, as I said, you had these glowing embers hanging in mid-air. What is Colin doing?
Now, what in donation do we got going on in here?
You hear there's a sound. And it takes a moment, you realize it's a laugh, it's laughter. And then you hear a voice speak in a gravelly tone. And it's not in English there. Think you've got a certain stunt you might want to be.
Yeah. Do you want me to post that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a yep, I do believe.
Yeah, I want to play around with what you came up with.
There we go.
So if you spend a point of knowledge there for me, please. So yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. What you're kind of surprised. It takes you a moment because the language is something you've not heard spoken in a long time. I mean, the language is something that before people started speaking them speaking them Finnish and writing them Finnish, this is a language that was used way before what you would think of the language as Finnish existing.
The very loosely defined Proto-Finnic.
And it just goes, I am not looking for you. We have no quarrel here.
In that case, I reckon you're done here.
And at which point you just see the red embers just slowly but surely fade away into the dark and disappear. The car where those kind of ember like eyes were actually standing next to, the car's still running. And you see, in the car, the driver's seat is a form.
A form as in a sheet of paper with details on it, or a shape of something.
Shape of at first glance, it would look like to be a person.
I'll take some steps closer to it and look around carefully. Can't never take too many precautions when approaching a running car in this neighborhood.
Yeah. As as you approach, you you recognize the gent, the form is wearing, a jacket that would indicate that they belong to the local gang.
Yeah. Figures.
However, the gentleman is no longer of this mortal world.
Yeah.
His throat's been ripped out.
Ah, well, this is gonna be trouble for the neighborhood.
So what does Colin do?
Trouble or not, he's here.
Uh-huh.
There's something going on here. If he doesn't do this, it's gonna mean somebody's gonna come and looking around. So, time to go back to the house, pick up a phone, and call the appropriate law enforcement officer on the scene.
It takes a while.
Yeah, obviously, they're
Yeah.
voluntarily coming in this neighborhood.
Oh yeah. The ambulance takes a while. Okay. But that still gets here first before even the first police car arrives.
Yeah, Colin's gonna drop the shotgun off at the house and battle back into the next to the car waiting.
That's the actual.
Philomena, you better go back to sleep. It's gonna take a while.
And it's like the actual. You have. Eventually the cop car arrives and out steps, just ordinary beat cop. He'll look at he'll see you you and see you in an ambulance.
Yeah, did take the time to dress up properly instead of being in the nightgown stage of things like. Yeah. Well, since dealing with the law enforcement officer, he's dressed up all smart like this light gray mall coat and light gray straight pants and a cane to lean onto.
So he's just going, right. We've had reports of a body being found.
Yeah, I reckon the emergency services got these details. Was in the car over there. Poor bloke. Found him with his throat ripped out. Can't get the accent right.
He's just gone. Hold on. What? Throat ripped out there. Surely.
I do be reckon that's what I said.
I go, give me a moment, sir. And he goes,
Did mention that to the dish barge as well.
The guy just see the cop walking away. Go, yeah, and you probably hear him speaking. They go, "Could probably just imagine it, throat ripped out." And he goes, and he gestures to the, to the EMTs so he can actually have them lift the coverall. And you just see the guy go white, and he goes, and just like swallow for a moment before he walks back, and he goes, "Okay, I think your description is apt, sir."
Yeah, I do be. Actually, given my background, what animal does fit that?
there's no, when you're looking at it,
Oh, I had a while to look at it.
yeah, it was what you saw would not have been. It looks nasty, but it's not like multiple claws or multiple teeth marks. Okay. It looks like it's just one singular cutting implement,
Hmm.
or one singular implement used to take the throat out.
So too clean to be a natural thing?
Probably might be natural, but it's
A single claw.
like it's a single claw, but for you, not a lot of things would attack with just a single claw. There, you're thinking of. That's
Aye. Hmm. Indeed, officer.
uh-huh.
Does look like a single point of impact.
It's while this is happening, you start getting them a call on your mobile.
I have a mobile? Oh, alright.
I'm gonna give you one there.
It's like flip.
Yeah, it's probably flip.
He's got a flip phone randomly out of nowhere.
Hello. Pardon me, officer.
And it's like
It's Spade speaking.
so the action. Just give me a second. I'm just getting the name for you. Is trying to think who's your friend, the one that's been helping you with your incursions onto the water. Magnuson.
You mean the ship captain?
Yeah, Magnuson, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just hear a gruff voice and he goes, Kouvo,
Yeah.
where the heck are you? It's coming up to dawn. It's like, are you gonna be here or not?
Ah. Uh. My apologies. I do seem to be detained by the law enforcement officers over here, so I'm going to be having to skip today.
Right. Talk to you later.
I'll call you when I'm done here. It's working. I really want to get it right.
The officer's just looking. He just goes,
My pardon, officer.
it's like, right. Well, so apart from discovering them, you ever seen them before?
I can't say I recognize the face.
And and what brought you out on the street in the first place?
I reckon I heard. I reckon I heard the sound of him die.
And you didn't see anyone else?
Nope. Not a single person. By the time I got here, he long dead.
Oh. Give me another focus. Well, it's as you're kind of look, you're kind of talking, looking, you actually spot what appears to be best way I can describe it. There's a mark on the asphalt next to the car. It's just a single groove that just runs into the asphalt. And you see what appears to be little drops of red next to it.
There's something else you want to know, officer?
What's that?
What?
What is that,
What
Mr.
is what?
You said that there was something I wanted to know, Mr. Smith.
No. I asked if there was something you want me to answer to you, officer.
Unless you have any other information.
Aye.
In that case,
Side of the noise that I heard, which was a scratching sound before I got here. There ain't nothing much that happened until the emergency services got here. He'd go inside and put me clothes on. My clothes on.
he's just gonna go, right. Just, if you just have a quick read of that, just make sure you're happy with what I've written down. Your initials there.
Pardon me. Taking out little spectacles from the pockets and placing them on the nose and taking a while to read through it. Yeah, do seem to be making some spelling errors here. Don't mind me. Used to teach English back in the day.
He's just going, as long as you're happy with the facts, sir, you can just initial. We'll get the spell mistakes corrected. And if we need any more information,
let me just mark off the mistakes here so we know where they are. old white person privileges.
Oh, you just hear it around him. He's an old man. He's an old man. Yes, sir. No, thank you for that. It's useful to correct mistakes. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your civil service.
Oh, no. I did not serve in the armed forces. Not for this country, at least. Thank you kindly.
And he just takes it and he goes, as I said, sir, if we do need to speak to you, we'll be back in contact with you. There. Okay. And what is Colin doing there?
Well, given that it's already dawn and the boat is probably already departed by the time he gets there, might as well go for a stroll. Maybe go see the diner.
As you're doing that and you're walking down, you see another car pass there. And as you're walking past, you can see that the gentleman in the car, they have the same gang colors.
Yeah. Do a little wave at them as they pass by. Continue on with my walking stick in hand. Sorry, cane in hand.
Yeah. Right. Asra. Coming back to you. We find ourselves in the mid, trying to leave a nightclub that is now in a blind panic as shots are ringing out. What is Asra doing?
Asra's trying to get out as fast as possible with Nix and Jax because she knows if she gets caught, there's going to be more on the line than just their three pretty little heads.
Okay. Are you going to be? So how is it? Are you just trying to get out as fast as possible? Are you trying to, think of the best way of getting out? Are you just flinging people left, right, and center?
Oh no. She's gonna make it the smartest way out without being seen, because she knows that this is now a raid that just came down on them. So she knows that as she's leaving, she has to leave some way that can't be tracked, that she was actually there.
Right. So there's been a few. We've come across two of our characters so far. Mr. Colin Smith, an elderly gentleman who lives in the Desire area of Nolans, finding that his dreams were being interrupted by a weird nightmare. And then, after seeing to his companion cat there, found that someone drew his attention, and he found a dead body in the car. Of course, there was another individual, entity, whatever you want to say, that was there. But there was something I did forget to mention. Not all GMs are infallible. This one is definitely fallible. There. As Colin, as you were looking at the body, you will have actually noticed there is a manila folder. And as you open the door, and as you can see from the way he's got props already out there, yes, he was made aware by the GM, who realized he made a mistake there. Okay.
Hey,
I'll own up to my errors. And you'll find in this manila envelope, there is actually pictures of you. No need to be so dramatic. Taken from what you can guess, over most of them have been over the last couple, maybe a couple of weeks ago there. But there was actually one or two that would have been before you actually came to the city.
At least 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Somebody's been coming for me from a bit further away.
As you're looking through, you will find in the envelope there's a letterhead that will actually be saying, Mr. Hernandez, as you have requested, you have been forwarded the money. If you can please provide any material or information you can on the individual in the area, you'll be compensated quite handsomely. He may appear to be just an old man, but looks can be deceiving. And you will find... Can I get someone to give me a name of a law firm? Not an actual law firm, because I do not want to get sued to hell.
Saloon at saloon.
Saloon.
How about Smith and Sons?
Smith and Sons.
That's probably actually existing.
That's probably existing. Actually, it's so funny because there's a commercial right on. It's Farrah and Farrah.
Right. Right.
How about Fairy and Fairy? law firms.
The law firm of Smith and Wesson.
Smith
Wait,
and Wesson.
no.
Yeah.
Wait, actually having something to do with go ahead.
I got one.
So-
Yep.
Oddfellows Law.
Oh, fellows. Right. Okay.
The Nebraska United Law Firm.
Ha!
Jeez.
Oddfellow and Messina.
Mrs. Wooster Investigative Agency.
Even better. Even better. Oddfellow and Wooster.
Incorporated.
Yeah. No, it would be just law.
Oddfellow.
Partners.
Frogscanner at Law.
Oddfellow, Wooster, Frogger at law. You know, there's three. There normally it's a three. You know.
Yeah. So Oddfellow,
Trinity.
Wooster, and Frogger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done.
You better
Oddfellow
write
Wooster,
that down somewhere.
Yeah. I
We're
am.
gonna type it. We just type into the thing that's the chat, right?
Oh yeah, LLC, limited liability company, obviously.
Yeah. So that was Oddfellow.
Acts as an
Oddfellow.
S corp.
Odd.
Odd. Yeah. Sorry. Odd. Yeah. Fine game.
Odd as in
Oddfellow.
weird.
Wooster
And Frogger.
and Frogger. No, I am not
All
filling
I
in
can
more.
think of is the Frogger game.
Or just send frog.
And Frog.
Frogster.
Frogster.
Frog.
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 Frogster.
Frogs. I like how it ends. Ends like Oddfellow, Wooster, and Frog. LLC.
OFW. Yeah. All right. We'll put it as Oddfellow, Wooster, and Frog.
There we go.
And on there's a shield with a motif behind it. The name. Okay. We can figure out what that will be afterwards. Okay. Right.
That's a suitable shield.
So you find this. Now, the question I've got to have is you did, of course, call the cops to report the body. Now, do you actually, you know that envelope would be classed as evidence? Do you put it back on the chair?
And leave my fingerprints inside the car? No.
So what does Colin do? Yeah.
Well, it's obviously going under the small jacket.
Small jacket. I'm guessing you're also wiping down the door so your fingerprints aren't.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously did check that the
Oh,
man
yeah, of
was
course.
okay.
Yeah, no. Yep.
Right. If
Yeah.
my fingerprints are on the insides of an envelope, that's a completely different ballpark.
Yeah. No. So that of course is not going to get mentioned to the cops when you give your statement.
Oh, I'm an old man. My memory isn't what it used to be.
Mm-hmm. There. Okay. As of course, you then walked. You walked over to the diner where you work.
Yeah.
There.
Or some breakfast.
Yeah. It would be at that time as the sun's starting to peek out over the skyline of Nolans there. We will move over to another character. So we have a gentleman. So Carlos, right? You find yourself you see the water's edge and there's a ripple, a dark motion there. And you hear our old voice and it's your old mama. She's going,
Repeat.
it's your mother, okay? Just going, now, son. They like to hide, but when you're least expecting it, and just as she says it, out comes this crocodile, and it's just whack with the oar. That's it. She goes, there's a lot more dangerous things than crocs in this bayou. You know, your ancestors knew, I know it, and I'm going to teach you, and you're going to protect you and your family and the people around you, because the cops aren't going to do it. They don't believe in this stuff. But, you know, no matter what, you need to protect your own. Yeah.
Is this present time or past time?
This is a dream you're having. You would have been a teenager at the time, okay? You know, you would have been questioning your mom about, like where she would go in the middle of the night, sort of thing.
This is how about let me help fill in part of it. I see where you're going with this. Help me help fill in part of this. Skinny, very skinny, Latino boy, almost like just like wide-eyed and just interested in nothing but girls.
Yep.
But mom's like stern and serious.
Yeah.
And like, you need to forget all that. Mijo, you need to forget all that. This is the way it is. And please continue.
Yeah. And it's just as that is going on, the image changes there. You see coming out behind her it looks like to be a spear, but no, it's got not just one point, it's got multiple prongs. You know, you might not know that depending on your education, you might not know the word for it. There is like you think of, isn't that what that Greek god dude would wield there?
That's a fork, I say. Trident.
And you just see this comes up behind her and it comes through your mother's chest.
Fuck.
And you just wake up with a start.
That's a fucking dream again.
As you look over, you can actually see there's a picture of you and your mum, taken a couple of weeks ago there. It's like, but you're seeing your phone. Tony, I'm sorry to bother you, but Hernandez is dead.
What? Now, at this point, let me help describe Tony's now.
Yeah.
Much, much, much older.
Oh, yeah.
The oldest guy in the barrio. Beard even. Old man, gray everywhere. Thick, big, muscular, but definitely has that dad bod. Tattoos everywhere. I'm sorry. Say again, Hernandez?
Yeah,
What happened? Tell me everything.
we don't know. They're down on Kirkshaw there. His body's found on, someone says sounds like, the cops don't talk. We had to pass over, grease a palm here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're
Somebody
they're
paid somebody.
yeah,
Word on the street.
they're talking. Someone took a throat. Looks like they took a knife to his throat, man. Old
Was
man
this
on the street.
what kind of gang? It was a rebel gang?
No, no one knows. All we know is that you know that fried cook in the diner just off the motorway.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They say they're saying he found him. He might know who. He might know who actually took it. Took a knife to him. Says,
You know what? Don't send nobody. I'll take care of this. Tell me more.
and they start going into they start going into the information, and then we fade away from you.
Yeah.
Right, Calista. There, you find yourself with yourself. Find yourself kneeling in the middle of a road. This shadowy presence leaning over you, going, "You, you killed an innocent. That child, you ran over that child." There.
Oh, we're going way back.
Yes. Yes. And you feel the darkness clawing back all over you. And just as the light starts to fade, you wake up with a start. You've been having nightmares about an incident that's never happened. Okay?
It's a
You
fear. It's a fear that it
oh
will happen.
well, it's not just a fear, but it's also at the same time, unlike most nightmares, this feels like it has happened. You feel like there was, but at the same time, you know it's not, because it feels like you've had the instance where they were talking about it, and there seems to be, there had been talk about there was going to be, this virus coming out of China, and there was going to be, they were going to have to lock down the city and all this. But no, that never happened. There was an outbreak in China, but they got it under control there. And that, but as it, but it feels like when you're been having these dreams, it's like you feel like you're being
It's real.
taught. Oh, it's real. You feel like you've not had sleep there. Okay, you've been hitting the coffee heavy amongst. Uh, if you've been keeping it legal to keep yourself stimulated and keep yourself going there.
My coffee.
Definitely. You you wake, and where would you have found that you've woken up there?
In my house.
In your house,
If I'm
but
sleeping.
yeah, but would have Calista have fallen asleep at her desk poring over a case file, or would she have
Yeah,
been
actually, she would have.
right?
Yeah, Calista is a hardcore detective with an
Mhm.
attitude.
Okay. Okay. So what case file will we if
The one that I've been working on with the prominent politician that was killed on the
Mr.
docks.
Edward Murdoch that
Yes.
was found brutally murdered?
Yes.
Not unironically, in the actual nice, he was actually found murdered on the dockside up in the West End. Not really known as a place for potentially executions there. It really has caused a stir in the city. And it's as you're kind of waking up, there's also like a paper, you know, their headline, like the Nolans Time, it's going, police investigation grounded to a halt is the murder was only about a week ago. But this is the headlines already.
They're
There.
trying to mob related.
And it's just so when you're looking at the file, who is like, are you looking over the crime scene pictures, or are you looking at, or is it going to be, are you looking at something else that's linked to this case?
I'm the person of interest in the case is an Italian immigrant named Leonardo Palazzo,
Right. Okay.
and he's got mob ties from my investigations
Mhm.
and conversations with the NYPD
Mhm.
and Italy um,
Yeah.
authorities.
Yeah. So
And
now,
he just recently came, coincidentally, he just arrived into Narlands,
mm,
and within 24 hours, Edward Murdoch was
no.
murdered.
Okay.
So that seems too coincidental to Calista.
Yeah. So what is the next steps, or what is the planned next steps for Callista's investigation into this matter?
Um, find out where he is and what he's doing
No. Just while you're trying to figure that out,
with Detective Briggs.
yeah, of course. Just as you, well, speak of the devil, right? You get a telephone call.
Hey,
Comes,
Briggs,
do you never bloody sleep, woman? There.
sleep is for the dead.
Right.
Let's go. What's
Uh,
up? Why are you calling?
yeah, we've got a call from the captain there. Um, we've pulled there's been a shooting in the French Quarter.
Okay, give me the
Uh,
address. I'll be right there.
yeah. And that's when we'll cut away, and this is when we go back to Asra there. It's Asra, you and your friends had went to a night. Well, it's not advertised as a nightclub. It is one that on the outside looks like just to be an ordinary townhouse in the French Quarter. Nice, removed, not straight onto the street, nice removed. You have to walk through the garden there. And you wouldn't know it, but after you enter the door, the music is pumping there. The thing I had forgot to kind of clarify was we had established that you were here to meet someone there.
Yes.
Who were you planning on meeting?
I was meeting a couple of the local drug dealers.
Mhm. And were you going to be buying, or were you going to be selling?
I've got myself kind of in a little bit of heat with them.
Ah, um, and what kind of heat have you got yourself into?
So on the market right now, there is a highly sought after addictive drug called lust.
Mm-hmm.
I have modified it to take out the addiction. And I'm selling it for more of a premium price. So I'm kind of cutting them
Yeah,
out of
they're
the
kind of pissed there.
yeah.
And and it's like you've come with your friends, to kind of hide what you're actually doing, but you separate with them. But with you is your friend, and it's two of your friends, Nix and Jax there. They follow you upstairs, and you see these dealers waiting. They go, so you're the little minx that's got involved in our business.
Minx implies I'm actually a pet, so no, I'm just thinking a little bit more than you guys are.
Listen, sit down. We've got. There's no. You've pissed us off, understandably, but look, if we do not want to do the actions we want to do because you're a pretty little girl. And
Really? That's why you put one of my girls out for the next 7 months? Because you used her as your snake?
listen, there's no look. We've got a high that is legal. The cops aren't looking into it.
My girls were not doing anything except keeping it to themselves. You guys found out that mine does not do something that you guys want. And I haven't touched any of your clientele, which is usually the, what's it called? Oh, our tourists. You sell it to our tourists.
Yeah, because no one. Look, the tourists, they take it, they go away, they're gone. Anything that happens to them, they're not on our doorstep.
So I'm not pumping them in my product. I'm keeping our locals safe.
Yeah, but who tells the tourists about our product? The locals, and now some of them are suggesting yours. And also, we have we have to pay money to certain interests, and they're now wondering why our cut to them is dropping.
Again. But there's also you guys have been doing a good business lately in the last year and a half with that? I heard you guys have a major benefactor pumping for that stuff. So you're coming after me with a alternative that I'm not cutting into your guys' stuff. I'm not cutting into your territory.
Look,
and I'm by myself.
Look, we just want to sell product, okay? But
Then do you want to switch sides?
Look, we're getting pressure from the voodoos, right? They're telling us that we need to protect the market for lust. And they're not liking the sound that you've got. Yes, okay, you're not going after our clientele there. But they've said we either need to bring you in on our end, or they're going to take control of everything.
Kind of hard
and you. This is us being friendly.
I understand that, but I'm telling you straight up. One, I'm not serving to any of your tourists, which is your major people. I am not selling it at your guys' level.
The Foodos don't give a shit about that. In their heads, they're sponsoring lust no matter who's selling it. They want their cut, and they don't like the idea that you're doing it without your cut.
How much are they wanting you to buy it for?
Right, what? Are you able to sell it?
I will buy it from you to keep them off your butts, if that's going to be having what I have to do. I'll buy it from you. Because again, I sell mine for a lot higher than a tourist can afford.
You see the two of them in turn. We'll give them off our backs. And they say, look, that might work, but the issue is they're going to expect that to keep the demand to keep growing. Eventually, you're going to, at some point, going to keep buying, either hit a point where you're not able to buy enough from us.
Better yet, you know what? I'll buy your overstock. I know you guys keep at least, what is it? 2 months supply on you because of the tourist
I know
season?
the what like the one on the left goes, oh, 3 months. And what? The one on the right goes, what? She said, trying to go, look.
I'll
I've-
buy your back stock right now at double what you have to sell it for. And on top of it, I'll actually add in another 50,000 on top of that. So that way you guys are staying afloat so you can get a new supply.
That's the issue. There's no new supply. The Fudos have made sure all supplies going through them.
Okay, and if you're selling it, what's the problem?
They want, let's just say the way those guards, those guys, they didn't care, right? You know, if people did more cuts and then they sold it on and on and on, as long as they did the initial sale, they were happy with it. There's new leadership in town, and in their view, all sales of lust, no matter which level, they get a cut.
Okay, so what is the cut right now? And I will double it. Because it sounds like you guys are the ones getting more in trouble, and I'm just trying to be a concerned other drug dealer and trying to help another drug dealer out.
At the moment, they're asking for 20%. But
Okay.
2 weeks
They're
ago,
asking for 20% of your guys' cut in, or are you talking about my cut?
they're asking for 20 on everything that they can control. The last couple of guys that's tried to say no to them, oh yeah, they're gator food.
Okay. So they want 20% of the revenue. Okay. My counter offer, I get 3 years ahead of time of the supply in about a month and a half.
You don't want to deal with the Fudos, doll.
I'm giving you guys, they want 20%. Fine. You get me about 3 years worth of supply and we'll talk.
We're not going to be able, we cannot get, if we try to get 3 years, they're going to ask why we're asking for that much.
So I'm not even working with them. I'm trying to cover your guys' butts.
Look,
So your guys' cut to them is 20%.
it's like the one on the left here, look, just go with it, man. And the ones on the right going, look, which, is quiet, right? It's just as that's happening there, they're going to go, they're actually just going to, you'll notice that they will have had, and they go, right, let us think about it. And they'll walk away, and you can see that they're still arguing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You, Nix, and Jax, you go. You're talking about heading back downstairs to actually get into the rest of into the party,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where, last week we were talking about. You suddenly get messages saying, "Get out now." There. Right. We're going to come back to Calista much later on. You find yourself pulling up onto a street on the French Quarter there. And it's the just double checking, Sarah, this place that we're talking about, would this be one of these Creole townhouses?
It is. It's a
yeah.
Creole townhouse.
Yeah. So we've got You're coming up to a great old townhouse, but this one is, instead of it being right up to the street, there is a wee bit of a garden in front of it, along with this one. And you see the flashing lights, there's ambulances, there's police cars there. You find Briggs waiting for you. You want to describe Briggs there?
Briggs is a, a detective like I am.
Yep.
He's older,
Yep.
in his 40s, 50s,
Okay.
a little rough around the edges.
So he's probably saying, I'm getting too old for this shit. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you probably see like he's got that kind of drab trench coat, like hat.
Receding hairline.
Oh, yep. Prime example here. Clean. He's got he's clean shaven, but he's got the 5 o'clock. You know that 5 o'clock shadow. There.
So what's going on?
Right. Let's. You know, you heard of Elysium. You know the secret nightclubs there.
Uh-huh.
Well, this is one of the venues there. Yeah, it looks by the sounds of it, some voodoo boys just went and shot it up.
Hmm.
Don't know why.
How many bodies?
We're hold on. He's just going. We got 5 confirmed dead, and he's just going. Hold on. Well, that is nope. Correction, 6. That's the 6th body they've just wheeled out with tarp, and from what I've counted, it's another.
I look at I go and I examine, just
Yeah.
put my gloves on, look at the faces. Do I know the people, or is it just a random shooting,
Oh, this is.
or was it a hit?
You will actually come across a. Most of the bodies seem to be, college age students. From their clothing, they are, well to do. They're not roughing it. Okay. They're probably middle class, or there might even be, from the well to do areas, and they're coming to party. These places, they're illegal raves. Okay. But at the
Everyone
same,
wanted to play around in the dark side, basically.
yeah.
What
But
about the shooters? Do we have any? Are the shooters dead too? Good question, Friday.
no. It's Briggs says, well, from what we know, no day, no boy, no none. There was no return fire. Okay, no one was expecting a hit or an attack, so they came in.
What about the surveillance? Is there any surveillance footage?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, concerned that this is a legal club there. Turns out that they do have some cameras there.
Let's go check the surveillance
Okay.
footage. See who our shooters are.
And
also send the bodies. Get the forensic team in there.
oh no, they're getting done there. I'm just.
And then I want the make of the bullets. I want to know. The reports.
I know.
You know what we need.
I'm the one who bloody trained you, Calista. Not my first rodeo.
You know me.
I'm just tired. Too old for the shit.
I'm too old for this shit.
Exactly. Come on, let's go. Go in there. Right. And he's just going, right. Also,
And he's mumbling under his breath.
oh yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
upstart.
he's just got right. Also, you're right, Murdoch. Just before I forget, Murdoch. The financials on the that Italian folk. God, whatever his name is, right? He,
Leonardo.
yeah, Leonardo. Right? Yes, yes. Like as in Leonardo, as in the Ninja Turtles. Oh yeah, right, right. Okay, ignore bloody kids. Right, right. Yeah. We're getting a wee bit of pushback on the Italian bank there. Supposedly, there might be financials in the US that we might be able to track down that are linked to
Mm.
him.
I pull out my phone.
Mhm,
I call my buddy in the tech,
mhm.
and it's like, hey, can you check Leonardo Palazzo's bank accounts in the States?
Yeah, but you're getting this voice, and you go, seriously, God damn it, women, do you not sleep?
Just check it for me, okay? And I go, I hang up.
I, I think we're going to change your aspect. God damn it, women, don't you sleep there? Right. So he's going, yeah. So yeah, Briggs is looking at you, just yeah, this. I'll admit, it's first time I ever had to, you know, I'm a wee bit surprised that there is cameras in here. But what we found and what you see is, but it doesn't, you come in and then like one room is a bank of monitors, okay? But the other side is then you got, CDs, just re and then they're like color coded there.
Take it all.
Mhm.
I'm telling the forensics, take it all.
Yeah.
But I want to see right now what occurred.
Yeah.
I know
Uh,
you know that, Briggs. Sorry,
yep, yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm stepping on your
So,
toes.
yep. Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, you might see something that. Oh yeah, there was one thing. I know you're saying you want to see the shooters, all right? But yeah, yeah, and this townhouse, this one is, it's not just got the front. There is a kind of inner courtyard there, and he goes, yeah, you might want to have a look at this, okay? This is when we go back to Asra, right? So Asra, you, Jay, and Nix, you're just about to start walking down the balcony, walking down the stairs to the balcony to get into the middle of the court. Okay.
Yeah.
Where you when you're getting the message, and it's just as you're looking down, okay, you start hearing shots being fired. And you look down and you see six guys just walking in, like half of them are just they're wearing cargo shorts, but they're not the three of them are not wearing shirts. They got tattoos over the body. And it's like as one of them turns, okay, you see a flaming skull with a snake curling through the eye holes and coming out of the mouth there. That is in the local community, that is the tattoo worn by members of the Voodoo Boys, i.e., a gang that traditionally for years has ran the protection racket in the French Quarter, but now seems to be expanding outwards in the city. And it seems that as you're your neighborhood friendly drug dealers that you were speaking to beforehand, they have actually been trying to take over all control of the lust distribution in the city at the same time.
Can you repeat what kind of tattoos they have?
So it is a flaming skull. Right? So flames on the top of the head, and it's a snake that winds in and out of the eye holes there, and then the head of the snake comes out of the open jaw. Like if it's a tongue instead of a tongue coming out, it's the snake's head.
And it's on fire. Pretty badass.
The head at the top of the skull is in flames there.
So Astra has Nyx and Jax next to her. She's seeing her text pulling up. She is looking up. She's seeing all this. And all out of Astra's mouth is code blue, guys. And they dart back up the stairs.
Yeah.
The rest of her entourage she doesn't care about. She knows the three of them are the ones they're after.
And it's like as you're running back up, you see them kind of splitting up there. Like two stay on the ground floor, and then the other two go up in pairs up each set of stairways.
Yeah. To do a block. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you actually hear, there's occasional screams and there's more shots going on. You find yourself that Jax goes, right, okay, yeah, I know a way out of this place, but you're not gonna like it.
At this point, I'm right now wanting to get out of here for one, and two, I'm hoping and praying none of those bodies downstairs, if there is going to be bodies, is any of our people.
Well, us first, I think.
Yeah.
So, and Jax just looks and goes, yeah. There's a back. Well, hopefully they're not watching there's a back door to this place there that they generally don't tell people about. Hopefully they didn't think about that. The issue is he's kind of looking, and he's going, it's either we go through the shooters or we jump.
Are you telling me we have to go through the sewers again?
There's that, but yeah, but we're either needing to go through the shooters, or we need to. And he's just looking at, and he sees going a wee bit white. He goes, "I got ice." It's either that or we jump.
Okay, so Jax, I understand you have a fear of heights for one.
Yeah.
Two, we're also on the second floor. There's no way we can get down to the first floor right now. So your option of like going
as this is going on, there's more shots going on in the streams.
She's literally grabbing Jax by the neck and looking at Nyx and saying, make sure he makes it on the ground. As she goes out towards the back of the room and opens up the balcony doors.
Yeah, and it's like as you're looking down there. Now, how are you? Now, how does Asher and Nyx and Jax do this there in your head?
So Jax has a fear of heights. It comes and goes. But right now, knowing that he's got it, Asher's telling Nyx to jump to get down. So she's gonna go first. And Asher's literally right behind Pax saying, you either jump or I throw you.
Yeah. So we'll fade away from that, and we'll come back to Calista. And what Calista and Briggs see is these three individuals. So as you're looking at the monitors, you see these two pairs slowly but surely go up the staircases, up to the second floor, get into this room in the far corner, and you see these three other people. They're talking, trying to, you see them arguing, and you then see that you can understand why they've done it. It's either risk getting shot, risk breaking their leg. They're taking risk breaking their leg there. And you see all three jump, at which point there is a camera offering a back view of the grounds behind this house. And you then just see all three of, somehow three of them do 3-point, hero landings without breaking a sweat.
That breaks. It actually didn't break their legs.
Yeah, it's right. So I'll leave the Marvel shit to you. You're the youngster.
Oh, but they
Yeah.
didn't shoot anyone. I want the shooters.
Yeah, but I think
I don't care about them at this point. I don't care about them at this point. I want the freaking shooters. You know that, Briggs.
I know that, but I get a feeling that the shooters were after them. Don't ask me why I think that. And I'm just thinking if they were after them, maybe they'll be able to tell us who the shooters were. That's my thought. Okay.
That's a good yeah. I bow to your knowledge.
Right. But understandably, we've got an idea. One of he goes, yeah, there. And he points to the footage and he goes, look, that's Foodie Boy's tat there. So we know it's Foodie Boy. It's a Foodie Boy's sponsored hat. Which Foodie Boy's doing it? We'll have to see if we get a good angle on their faces there. But the thing is, to my knowledge, this club is meant to be protected by them. Why the fuck are they shooting up the club?
I take out my thing and it's like, okay, my thing. You know what my thing is. My notebook, pen, start.
Well, your notebook, well, you sure it wasn't your massive schlong you're going to take out there. Sorry, I'm... Right, notebook. Yeah, sorry.
Don't have a strap on, sorry.
Right. Sorry. Right. Behave. GM, naughty corner with you. Right. Nope. Notepad. Yes. Start taking notes.
Yeah.
There.
Taking notes. Let's take this all to forensics. And let's figure out the height of the shooter and everything. At least we can get an APB out on.
He actually goes, well, from a guess, two of them were around my height, 5'7". One of them was 6 foot. There. The other two somewhere. One of them was actually shorter, like 5'5". Quite a bit of a runt. That he wasn't showing the gangs, so he was wearing a shirt from it. The other one's in between, and he's seen you look at him and goes, look, I know my height, I know where my head came up to the door. Guessed it from when they walked through the door. Okay. It's roughly is what I would be saying with them. I didn't see anything that would help me identify which Voodoo Boys did it. They all look the same to me. Well, half of them. They're some casual racism from the cops. Who would have thunk? There, and it's Mhm.
Briggs,
Mhm. Yeah.
stop with it. Stop it.
It's like, look, we used to know how to treat these guys. They used to take a tumble down the stairs when they needed to give us information there. So what if the police station didn't have any staircases? Everyone knew that was the routine.
You stop talking like that in front of civilians.
And it's like, and he's going, right, okay, right. And he's just going, like, what do you want to do first? Are you wanting to follow up on this? I mean, I think we need to get all this to forensics, or
Well, we need to get the forensics reports.
yeah,
And we need
but
to talk to the witnesses that are still here, that are alive, obviously, and figure out what they saw.
it's he goes, yeah, yeah. But at the same time, it's like you heard the captain. It's like Murdoch's also priority. It's like I know we caught this there, but we focus on
We can do two places at once.
you know, yeah, you know
I
last
know you. I know, Briggs. I know what you're going to say. I'm getting too old for this
it's
shit.
but it's
Come on, you work with me here.
yeah, all right. Well, hold on. Let's run this through. We don't have anything on murder on the suspect on Murdoch's murder at the moment. Well, all we know we have a suspect. We don't have any information that we can action there. So Lassiter can't give us. He can't bend us over and fuck us up the arse because of that. If
Oh,
no
yes, he
one's
can. Yes, he can. He can put pressure on us. We have to close the case ASAP. But we know who the we have a primary suspect.
we have a suspect. Yes, yes, we have a suspect. And
And I've already
and
called.
we can and if Lassiter does try to give us a bellyache about this, we can at least point. Do you think a gun, a mass murderer like this in the French Quarter is going to help the tourist dollars? Yeah, 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 no, 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 yeah. So yes, the politicians might be afraid that they're all going to be the next ones getting shot, like Murdoch there. Oh well, Murdoch wasn't shot, no, 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 but you know what I mean, um, because no one wants to affect the tax dollars and the tourist dollars, and yeah, no, no, I know, yeah, we could,
Okay. Okay, this is what we're gonna do.
yeah,
This is what we're gonna do. I've already reached out to IT to track the money.
no,
Okay, for Murdoch,
yeah,
for Murdoch's murder.
yeah.
Now we need to get the forensics completed so we can figure out this mass shooting. Okay. And if none of those kids were the target, and it was the three people that jumped, then we need to figure out who those three people are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but we need to talk to the witnesses
Yeah.
to see what they saw, because cameras aren't telling us everything.
No, no.
And the cameras don't pick up what everyone said.
Yeah.
So if words were, exchanged, people in the club would probably hear it.
Also, no.
So let's go
The,
talk to the witnesses.
the only issue is like forensics. They're going to get caught in the backlog. You can have that chat with Lassiter about trying to get the forensics pushed ahead of that. Are you wanting to get the forensics on this pushed ahead of what's on the Murdoch case?
We already did all the forensics on the Murdoch case.
There's still one or two the yeah, for the 15 feet around him, definitely, yes. Okay. But there's still his house that still need to be checked. That's still dragging out.
We have more than one forensic team.
There's other murders in this city, Calista.
I know.
What? Really?
Don't ask me. I don't know what's going on. I know we've been told it's a priority we've set up, but the house is still not being checked.
Okay. How about this?
Hmm.
Why don't you go and check Murdoch's house
Okay.
while I go through all of the forensics for Murdoch's murder and also this mass shooting?
Right. Right. You'll run after the Fugger boys without me there.
Yeah.
No, but I think that no, that way.
Tony
Sorry, what was that? What was Tony doing?
is like,
No, right.
okay.
If it's a fucking arse, fucking isn't he? It's not like we asked for shooting in the French Quarter.
Goddamn city. Well, you do know Netherlands is known for its rough history.
Mm. It's like I'm going to probably get copyright strike for quoting legal way. I'm 2 weeks from my retirement. Right.
Wow.
Right. Okay. And he goes, right, no. I'll try and see. I'll have a look at the Murdoch place there.
Okay. Actually, I am gonna I basically talk to the forensics since ask them to rush it and everything.
Yeah.
I am gonna go to the headquarters. The Boober brothers or whatever they're called.
For who? Oh, the Voodoo boys, right. So there is a Creole restaurant in just overlooking the river, okay, in the French Quarter. That is it's unlike the rest of it is still vibrant, the vibrant colors of the French Quarter, but the paint is just starting to peel, okay? It's just a wee bit rundown compared to the rest of the French Quarter. And as you walk in, the actual it's that classic scene like of the old westerns, like the saloon. Everything stops, it was people were talking and all.
They're like a front.
And then everyone, it's just as you walk in, the music kind of just flump. Everyone's just looking at you. And like the very first guy going, "Oi, Senorita, you've come to the wrong place. I'm not sure you want to be here."
I definitely want to be here.
Really, Chica?
Give me a seat.
A Mexican restaurant in the French Quarter.
Latino, there's many.
Yeah, fair point.
And
What? I'm a paying customer. Can I please have a seat so I can eat?
And the guy just stands up and so of course the one that was in talking to you, who bows and waves his hand to the seat and pulls it out for you. He says, "Do you want a napkin? Some for a menu maybe?" Yeah.
Both, please. And also, can I have cutlery?
Mm-hmm. Oh, see, Senorita. As he's doing this, you just hear snickers from the rest of the restaurant and the bar, as you like look over and you just see it's a mixture of different. Um, there's a few, Latino men, but there is also a lot more, darker skin gentlemen, and you can hear them talking in French Creole there.
Mhm.
And one of them actually, done up with a waistcoat, and a bow tie, on the bar. He goes, "Ah, mademoiselle, how can I help?"
I'll have, I'll have this. I'm starving. I want this, and give me a beer. Well, no, not a beer. Uh, Give me a seltzer.
Yes. And by any chance, do you have a warrant, officer?
Why would I need a warrant to eat?
Hmm.
All I'm doing is eating food. I'm starved. I can't come and eat in
Yeah.
your restaurant.
As long as it is going to be just eating, mademoiselle, yes, then that is perfectly acceptable. But please, no harassing the other clientele.
I think the one that's being harassed right now is me.
In that case, we have decided to refuse service to you.
I'll let all my cop friends know.
Like they ever visited and paid any money to us. The last time they visited, I am still cleaning glass from the broken bottles from your
But that's
ham-fisted
not me.
officers.
That's not me. I sit back. I'm like, I've already submitted what I would like to eat
Mhm.
and my drink, please. I sit back and I scope the room
Mhm.
and I look at every single face. Who do I see? Do I see the head of,
This is the thing. So there
and if
is a.
there's security cameras, I look directly into the
Oh, no, no,
security
no.
cameras.
There's no cameras here. Okay. There's no cams here. There is a much older gentleman, you know. Uh Give me a name.
Grigor.
Or what?
Hector.
Heck.
Hector, door.
Hector.
Ironically, this what was meant to be a Haitian Creole gang is actually turned out to be more Mexican than I was
Oh, if
expecting.
it, if
I
it's if it's Creole, then it's Raphael.
Ah, fine. Yeah.
Or Vincent.
Yeah.
Vincent's another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
ooh, it also starts with a V, which is evil sounding. If that's what you need.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're
Hector.
looking.
It implies victim.
Mm. Yeah, so you're looking for, you know, Vincent Lafayette. There. Yeah. It took me a second to think, hold on. French name. Lafayette, yes. He for five
Do I
years,
see him?
yeah, you're not seeing him around. And the reason why he came here is he actually this is his place. He holds court here. Okay. He's ran the Voodoo Boys for the last 5 years like a tight ship. It's like, okay, they're a gang, they cause issue, they commit crimes, but at the same time, they've kind of started to be, they kind of behaved for the last 5 years. They've not, they kept it amongst the other gangs. It's not been like outright violence or muggings of the people. It was like, okay, they do protection rackets and all this, but they've not went outright insane with it. Okay. So, a lot of the local police were looking at it as necessary evil. If it wasn't them, it would be worse. Okay. You're looking around And how would you just, are you trying to be subtle about how you're looking around, or are you just,
I'm just looking around, looking at
are
the
are you doing
decor,
it with
looking
flair?
at
Are you like
people.
swinging around on the seat as you're doing that, or
Oh no, my back is to the wall.
you're back? Right. So,
Yeah, my
yeah.
back is to the
Okay.
wall. I am not having anyone come up behind me.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so my back is to the wall, and I am literally scoping the room
Okay.
for him.
Give me roll on focus, please.
First
And
room.
yeah, depending on what you roll, you're going to get more information. Okay. Depending on how well you roll.
I hit it. Why didn't it hit? Why didn't it go?
Is this the first roll of the game?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Or this session, I should say. Yep. There you go.
You did terrible.
Right. No, that's great. That's very good. Right.
That's great.
You don't just notice that Vincent's not here. None of his lieutenants are here. Yeah, these guys are wearing Voodoo Boy patches, or they've got tats, or they've got, all the other kind of paraphernalia that would help you identify them. There is none of the guys you would be expecting here. You're looking at it. This was like
Took over.
the guys here, they're looking a lot younger than what you'd be expect. Like these are the sort of guys you would have been expecting to have been, then for on the street corners, doing the drug sales, all that sort of stuff. The old gentlemen, the ones directing it. There's none of them here.
So when my food comes out, I'm like, "Where's Vincent?"
Who's that, mademoiselle? As he's handing
Vincent.
you, no Vincent here.
Ever?
Never knew a Vincent.
Hmm. Is it under new management?
Never. New management? Don't know what you mean, miss.
Really?
I am just trying to run a restaurant there, and the constant interruption of the NOPD is really making the small business activity that I am trying to run legally a lot harder to do.
I dig into my food.
Mm.
I pay my bill.
Oh yeah, he's
I walk out.
overcharged. He overcharged you for that.
Oh, I know.
Mhm.
I know.
Mhm.
And I even tipped him on top of it.
Mhm.
I knew that it was going to be a lot, and I tipped him on top of it.
Mhm.
And it's like, thank you for your hospitality.
Oh, of course, mademoiselle. Yeah.
And I walk out. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I called my friends in the drug enforcement, you know, division. It's like, hey, give me the
Oh,
scoop of what's
Vice,
going on.
basically.
Vice.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me the scoop on what's going on with the
The Voodoo Boys.
Voodoo Boys.
Then they're going, what do you mean?
I think there's been a change of management.
First we heard of it. Give me a name of the officer that you're speaking to.
Officer James.
Thank
Yeah,
you, James.
James. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna double down. It's Officer. His parents had a sense of humor. It's James. There, Officer.
JJ.
Yeah,
Hey, JJ.
yeah, and he's going. No, I don't know anything about management. There, I mean, there's. I've heard something from my CI saying that they've been talking about expansion there. out of the French Quarter, and but at the same time, I'm not. We're not seeing a gang war. You know.
Hmm. Well, I just went to their headquarters and none of the
What, Vincent?
management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
No Vincent.
What?
And none of his lieutenants were there.
What? How? It's like those guys saw three Italian mobs that tried to crack the city.
Hmm.
They ran free.
I'm just giving you the 411, dude.
What? What?
So I'm giving you a heads up. There's something fishy going on, and I'm putting it on you guys. Figure it out, Vice. This is your job. I'm doing homicide.
Uh-huh.
I'm dealing with a homicide. I don't need to be dealing with Vice.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's Vincent. Damn. No, we'll put out feelers, see. But if he's not there, God, that man, he's never left. He's never left that bloody restaurant in 5 years.
Exactly. That's why I think that there's been a change in management.
God, okay. He there are some vicious little cunts in that group, and he was keeping them under control.
He was the only one that could control him and his lieutenants, and none of them were there.
Yeah, oh, shit. How the fuck
So
did we not
heads
know
up,
about this? Yeah.
heads up.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, it is a big word.
No. So he. I think as you're going off, you just hear a lot of swearing, and then there just it looks like he's not actually realized he's not hung up. And it looks like you actually got him as he's like waking, he was still at home. And you hear now, James, what have I told you about swearing in front of the kids?
Okay.
Daddy, what does it mean?
Daddy,
Yeah.
what does the C word mean?
Yes. And it's like, you can explain it to them, husband.
Okay.
James J. Jameson, you better explain it to the kids.
Okay, JJ, I gotta go. And
Yeah.
so I gave Vice that.
Mhm.
And so at this point, I am going home to get some sleep.
Yeah. As you're thinking of doing that, you get
What was
another
that?
call. You get another call, and the words are Captain Lassiter, and then that's where we go to someone else.
Well, before that, I'm walking in, and you can view there is a wall that is filled with people's faces
All
and
right.
lines drawing to other
You've got a murder
connections.
board. Got it. Right. You've got a murder board. Okay.
I've got a murder board that it's a cold case,
Right.
and I go to bed.
Yeah. Well, as you're trying to go to bed, that's when your phone comes up, Captain Lassiter, and this when we go to someone else. Right. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Right. Back to close. No, I'm joking. Right. Right. Colin. Yeah. What? Now you're back at the diner. You, of course, have missed the opportunity to get a couple of hours out in the water with Magnuson there.
That's just life.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Are you talking to your friends, the restaurant owners, talking to them about, changing, are you needing to leave, or are you actually going to just work your shift there?
I don't actually work shifts. I come in and occasionally take over so they can take a break. I don't have like scheduled shifts.
All right, fair enough, right?
So starting the morning with getting a table and getting a coffee and like, morning. How are you doing, Philip?
He kind of stretches and you hear the crack and the pop of the back. He goes, God, you've just wasted on these kids. Oh God, my back, my sciatica.
Tell me about it.
Oh yeah. I think there's a storm coming. My knee is aching. There.
Taking a look outside.
I'm guessing that's your usual. You want to get your usual wake up first. Go on.
Oh, I'm not much in a hurry, but if you are willing to whip me up some of your famous breakfast.
Yeah. Oh, some jambalaya for you. Okay, go coming up. He's doing that, and he goes, "Oh, have you have you seen this nonsense in the paper?" And he passes you the paper, and on it, this one is there a beast in the bayou?
Ah, yes. Reminds me of my youth. There's always a shadow behind every tree.
As you two are talking, you hear the door of the diner ring, and then walks a much older gentleman, quite beefy, Tony. I get the feeling you might be. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I was getting the feeling that you might be wanting to say, "Look, guys, don't you question it. Let me question the old fella there."
Yeah.
Right. So allow me to introduce Colin to you, Tony.
So I've got at least two of you together. Finally, yes. Narrowing it down.
So at the counter, there's two old men. One of them wearing the cook's outfit for the diner. Well, just walking off of the counter towards the kitchen. Meanwhile, on the bench on the customer's side, it's somebody you would say looks about 60-ish. 60, maybe on the later end of it. Has a well-tended beard, well-tended blonde beard, and a natural hair. There's a hat sitting on the table next to him, and his clothing is like this light tan three-piece suit, with a cane leaning on the table next to him by the hat, with a newspaper in front of him that he's just about to look at. You know him by reputation. This man has been here for the last 10 years, often walking around. And he's Colin Smith. No doubt about it.
All right. So what would be five? So what was it that you sent us to suggest? What would be five stories that people know about Colin? Too good, too bad. What is one's completely false?
Oh, now you want me to make those up? You gave me like zero warning on that.
This is great. Know your character. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
First of all,
I'm kidding.
First of all, there is a rumor going around.
Okay.
He has a lot of cats. Second of all, he's a former Nazi spy that has never been caught. Number three, he is not American.
Yeah.
Number 4, he is, by all accounts, well armed and dangerous. Number 5, most important of them all, he is really, really damn good.
So what are these? 3 truths and 2 lies, or what?
Two truths. Sorry, for 2 rumors that are good, 2 rumors that are bad, and 1 that is a lie.
Lie.
Oh, I see. All right.
But
Cool.
which one is the lie? It's up to you.
Yeah. I just like it because the idea is the 2 of you will probably be crossing paths at different points, even if you don't outright know each other. Okay.
Mr. Smith. And then
Good morning to you. What can I do for you, young fella?
we're actually on the opposite on that. Bearded, close to your age, probably 50, 55. Looks older, wrinkled skin. If you could, what's that usual Latino Mexican bad guy that's in all the Quentin Tarantino movies?
Oh, Machete, you mean?
Machete, yeah, Machete. Kind of like that look, but in the wrinkled face and beard, old man beard look, but tats everywhere and reputation too. I suppose, do I have to do the same thing?
If you want, I just did it as a joke to Wooster because he was suggesting. Give me
You didn't expect me to be loaded with that, eh?
Anyway, so yeah, this is a restaurant. What is it? It's a restaurant that we've gone to before. Plenty of times.
So like a mom and pop family diner there.
Got it. Because that was my quiz question. Found by Cook at Senor Pepe's. No, Senor Creole.
Mm-hmm.
Would that work as a mom and pop place?
Yeah, good enough.
It's a combo place.
It's a fusion.
No, it's Creole. Let's go a weird ass combination.
Oh,
It's
Creole Korean. Creole Korean barbecue.
First off,
Creole Korean and then British fish and chips.
I love it.
I love it. Yeah.
Creole Korean.
Creole Korean British. Yeah.
Oh, fish and chips, of course.
Yeah.
Crawfish and chips. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Yep.
Sorry. Back to story. Being serious. Orale. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too. You're talking to the cook, right? Was the cook there too?
The cook just walked off as you got in.
He just walked off. The 2 of you. There's other people in the diner, but they're in the corners. It's still quite relatively quiet. It's maybe you see, it's just a few people getting, just about to go off for work,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down next to you. Nice day. I like your suit. Hey, is it true you? Go ahead.
My pardons. I spoke on top of you. Please do go ahead.
I don't know. I always heard this thing about you that you were like a Nazi spy. Is that true?
Now that would be most interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
But even if I was, there'd be nobody I'd be working for no more.
Yeah.
So I guess I'd be owed a few years of salary.
Yeah, you're kind of old to be in any kind of war anymore, but you know what they say is one battle after another.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You can tell me all about it.
Yeah. Tell you what I say. I'll buy you a beer in a few minutes. I gotta chat real quick. I'll be right back, okay?
I ain't going nowhere, son.
So where's Tony heading to?
Just boldly walks into the kitchen.
Okay, yeah. And yeah, so you see the
Okay,
mom.
that means Colin is gonna look at that and grab his hat and his walking cane and follow, like, follow casually towards there, because
Yeah.
that one usually doesn't mean good for the old friend. So
Yeah. So what
Philip
is your
needs
old
backup.
what? Oh, it's Philip. What's his surname again?
Oh, I never mentioned his surname.
Right. Or is it just you know him by Philip? That's it.
Oh, well, he's Philip Chamanton.
Charmanton.
Chamanton.
Charmanton. Right. And then
I will
mispronounce this.
type it in the chat for you.
Peep. Or
That's the
as some people call him PP. There.
Ooh.
But maybe only his wife to his face.
It is PP, because there is Philip with double P. Pepe?
Oh, PC. Right. Oh, Charmanton. Charmanton.
No. It's called Pepe.
Pepe.
Every now and then, because PP, Pepe.
Pepe.
Pepe Tinwu.
So as you're kind of both walking in, you see Philip, he's staring up, and he goes, right, folks, no need to come in.
Sorry, man. I just wanted a word. Is that okay? Flying to word, no big deal. First off, two things. Just so that I could frame the picture.
Yes, sure.
And the history of everything. I realize now that we were talking earlier on the phone, this was a perfect opportunity for me to have pre-introduced the Voodoo Gang and the Cholos.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yep.
And I see that now. But now, Hernandez. What exactly does that mean? Who is he? Or can I just make that up?
So Hernandez was a
Mario
member
guy?
of the Cholos,
Okay.
right? What relation to you? Whether friend, family?
That's good enough for me.
Yeah,
He's a
he
Cholo?
was
That's
a
good
member
enough.
of the Cholos there.
That's good
Or
enough for me.
Cholos, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Felipe, come on. I'm here with peace, of course. I heard you found one of my boys,
What do you mean?
Hernandez.
I don't know.
Now
nothing
that
about
would have been me. Says Colin from behind. You're barking up the wrong tree there, pal.
Perdón.
What do you mean? Little
Do you mind if I
Hernito?
grab a beer? I'm like, it's okay. Do you mind if I take this beer with me? And I'll put down like
Yeah,
a.
sure. I
Ting, ting.
know you're good for it, Tony.
I'll close the door, turn around, ping, ping. I'll slide, and I'll just sit down again and just two beers. You found Hernandez?
Oui, as they say in the French Quarter.
You might start a gang war just by using that answer, maybe.
Well, I promised a drink, so there you go. Let's talk. What do you got? He's one of my boys, you know. We watch out for each other.
A darn shame, I'd say. Poor lad.
His throat.
His
What's it
throat
look
was
like?
cut, yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon. I'd reckon He's been got by a single claw.
By a single what?
A claw.
Not a knife.
No.
No gang things. Not a voodoo boy. No bullets casings. No.
Pardon. I am looking for words and you are making a rush. And I'm mixing up my accents.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't.
Now.
Hang on for a second. Tony has to take like his face goes from like intimidating to like relaxing all of a sudden. I'm like, all right, this isn't the. I think this isn't the where I need this to go. And I relax the mood and just take another sip of the beer. Go ahead. Talk.
I can understand that you are fond. You were fond of Mr. Hernandez. And I will give you what I discovered upon him. He was killed by someone with a very large claw, not a knife. The wound was not clean enough.
Animal. Bestia.
Thank you for the beer.
You seem to know a lot about claws and wounds.
I have done my fair share of hunting.
And all this time hunting, do you ever see that type of animal, a beast, do that?
One that can get into a car and do it to somebody sitting on a bench? No. Not without making a huge mess.
Did you ever see anything not a beast, but with the claw, do that?
Yes. But then again, I was probably under some peyote.
I'm sorry, that was a good. Wasn't expecting that.
You know, it's
Depends.
interesting.
My pardon again.
You know, it's interesting you mentioned peyote. You know, this land, Mardi Gras, the celebration is in celebration of the Choctaw people. This is the land, the Choctaw land.
Yes, they were here before the French came.
They used to talk about man-beasts, form of man, intelligent, but tienen animalistic nature, clawbear beasts. You ever hear shit like that? You know you're tripping, essay?
Once or twice, maybe more. I've been around the block a few years.
So, in your expertise, would you say that this was more likely something from a peyote than from an animal or a man?
Now, if one were to believe in the supernatural, one would claim they might have been responsible, but if one were not, one would suspect that they were a talon of an animal on a handle. Now, I did not make a thorough investigation of the body. This was mere eyesight inspection.
What territory was this in? Where was this at?
About 500 yards down this road.
That would put it
It's
in or
it's
out.
in the middle of Desire.
Yeah.
So this is not the borders of Desire. Where you are at the moment, this is basically the borders, right? Because the motorway forms the northern border. Okay. This is where he's pointing you.
Down south,
Distance.
directly.
Yeah, it's south, and we're talking about this is kind of like as much as
I
you
put it like
can be
this.
in the middle.
I'm gonna put it like this. There's no way the Vadio boys could have made it this far in to get them to him.
Didn't say they
The
were
Voodoo
the ones.
boys. Nah.
And yet again, it is mere 500 yards from the motorway.
Would you mind, you've been very generous, Mr. Colin. Would you mind taking a brisk walk and showing me in good faith?
Now, I'm not a brisk walker no more, Mr. Tony. Was it, Montoya?
Antonio. Yeah, you could call me Tony. Everybody just calls me Tony.
Very well then, Tony. If you wait enough for me to have my breakfast, I will be more than glad to show you.
I'm a patient man, of course.
If you don't mind, the gumbo here is very good. Philip makes the best gumbo in the Desire area, if not in the Islands.
Yeah, of course. I've been in before. Felipe, uno más, porfa.
I'm back.
As that's
One more, please.
As that's going on, the scene cuts away to. I think we're needing to cut back to Asra here. So Asra, Jay, and Nix.
I didn't even have to do it. Wait, time out. I didn't even have to do one of those checks to see if he's lying or not.
You can do that later. Right. So coming to Asra. There. Okay. What do you think, Jay? So I think you were asking Jay, is it the sewers again?
He wanted the sewers because he is afraid of heights.
Well, no, but you landed on the floor. You landed on the ground there.
Yeah.
What do you think it was, Jay's? The secret way, the back way out that most people don't know about. What do you think it was? There.
He must have thought of the sewers that go into the catacombs of New Orleans.
Right. Okay.
Because we were on the second floor of a townhome and we were going in that, it's kind of hard to get to those.
Right. Okay.
Now that we're on the ground and running, it's easy for us to go into those.
All right. So yeah, he actually he got so there's a few crates around the back, and he just comes to a bit where like the way the crates are actually laid out, it kind of hides a manhole cover.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually pulls it up and he goes, well, ladies first.
Before we go down there, Asra's taking the makeup off of her face because her and Nyx have they've drawn on like dark masks around their eye area.
All right.
To disguise themselves in the raves. And she pulls the rest of her hair up of her pics, and she goes, "If I'm getting down here, I'm not messing up my dye job again." And she goes down into the catas.
Okay. So you dropped, like the three of you dropped down, and you hear next go, Jax, you and the bloody sewers, these are Gucci.
Those can get washed.
I'm burning them.
Those could get washed.
I think that was a. Oh, that was a rat. Oh. And he's just going. God
I
damn
mean,
it.
you can go back next if you want.
No, 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 no. I the little shitlord lead me through the sewers. I rather have than six people with guns there. Yes, I know what I'd rather prefer. It's just these were Gucci, she's storming down the sewers. And then Jack, you just hear Jack says, "That's the wrong direction." You just hear her to turn up and this that
Asher
direction.
looks at Nix and Jax and goes, "Yeah, Jax is actually correct. We want to go that way."
Fine. And she just you just see her pass her hat, her wee like clutch to Jackson. You can make sure that doesn't get ruined now, can't you? It'd be at least good for something. And she just starts walking in the huff. Are you following or are you just standing
Oh,
there?
I'm following in
You're
that.
following.
I'm going the same way with Pax. Like me and Pax know the sewers.
Yeah.
It's just Astra's kind of giggling at those two fighting.
Mm-hmm. It's as you're walking down, you then hear, through the sewers, the echo splashing of water. Someone else is coming to the sewers. And you're hearing a mixture of, a mixture of accents. One of them is, couple of most of them are coming up as French, kind of Haitian Creole accents there. One or two kind of, Latino accents. And then there's just one accent that you just don't pick up on there.
Are we hearing it coming from in front of us or behind us?
You would assume it's coming from the grate that you came down, so there may be like a minute or two, behind you.
Okay, so we're gonna book.
Give me a haste, right? Right, and then we're going to see what happens with my guys. All right.
About my guys, my guys.
I think I think the song's "My Girl, My Girl." Nothing but my girl. This is what the six of them just come on. They're just as a chorus line. Just singing that as they're hunting you down. No.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean that I'm not allowed to do the Buffy musical episode there?
There's nothing wrong with the Buffy musical. What are you
Oh,
talking
it's a
about?
fantastic episode.
It
Yeah.
is actually.
Right. No, joking aside, sorry. Right. See here, you can do, well, you could either do, well, how badly did you roll? Right. Where was the +2 coming from?
Huh?
You rolled 4DF and a +2. Oh, your haste is, sorry, ignore me. Your haste is to ignore me. I'm not thinking today.
I was gonna say.
Yep. No. Ignore me. Right. Yep. Right. So one of the game's aspects of this game is characters have aspects. There. If an aspect applies, they can spend a fate point to either do a +2 to a roll, or try to do a reroll to see if they get even better result. So looking at your character, is there any of your aspects you think that might apply? So for me, I think
I'd have to re-roll.
you don't have to do a reroll. You could get a tie there. But I think you could at least roll on maybe your frequent flyer poser. You know, you've been getting yourself into trouble, and you've been getting yourself out of trouble.
Well, they're chasing. Is
Yeah.
there any manhole covers anywhere close by?
This is more about for you to actually see if you can actually change the results, because at the moment, if we let it stand, they're going to be catching up to you, whether that's in the sewers or you just as you're leaving the sewers.
Yes, no. Leaving the sewers.
Well, they're going to kind of catch up to you there.
Um, that's why I was asking how close we are to accessing out the thing, because I have. Wait 1 second. I do actually have the fire department going by.
I'll tell them to turn down the siren so you can hear us.
Right. So
Anyway, because either technically my treble or frequent flyer add, my
I would
my
say
family or the other, I can.
I would say more like the frequent.
Well, in order to do either one, I have to leave the catacombs.
No, you don't have to leave the catacombs. It's just the fact you're free. So your aspect of the frequent flyer, right? You pose and you're trying to be what is. You've come across situations where you've had situations where, as you were kind of describing earlier, you kind of overspent on a party and then the bill came to you and you've done a few runners. You know how to run, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not that you need to get out of the sewers, okay? It's just that you haven't done, runs before, you running before because you nearly got into trouble and you making sure you got away from trouble there. So that would be, if you were to use that, the frequent flyer would be that, okay? You potentially, and that's either a +2 or you to try and do a reroll. If you're using the tour line on family, it'll probably be then what you've done is you've called dad or someone in the family to try and help you.
Yeah, I was thinking a little bit farther into it.
Yeah.
Because being in the sewer, even though I know how to run faster and everything, it's still, I'm in one spot there. If there's nothing up top to get me out of there, I'm just running for it. until we hit the catacombs.
No, it'll be.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
You'll get an X. You know, if you beat it, you'll get an exit. Whether that is you getting out onto the street or you getting to the catacombs, that can be
Okay, then
discussed
I'll do
later.
the frequent flyer
Okay. Now you want to do a
So-
reroll or +2 to tie it
on the haste.
on the haste.
+2 gives you a tie, and reroll gives you a chance of being better.
Statistically, this is the time when you want to do the
Nope.
what? Okay. Eventually,
What we want.
Wait, it didn't roll right.
No, it didn't. Oh, that's because. Oh, yeah. That should actually be a 2. But you added a +2, so because it's a ++, it just ignores it. So you need to take away the plus in whatever.
Yeah, just put the
thing
2.
is.
Just do another reroll.
Yeah, the previous one was okay because it had just a regular 2.
Yeah.
Well, the way it writes, it says it does say plus or minus.
Yeah, no, just
you
put
enter in the box.
just put
That's why I did the way I did it.
Just put the number in. There.
Yeah. Why do you have a
I'll
+2
be-
+2?
No, because what's happening is she's added +2 on the window. There.
Yeah.
Because the window says plus or minus on it.
Yeah.
So I'm adding in the plus or the minus
actually,
to-
I think you only have to actually do negative. That's it.
Yeah. But I'm just looking at that 3 that she's rolling. 2 minuses, 1 plus, and then she has +2 and then another +2.
Because you were going for the reroll, weren't you?
I did do the re-roll because if you look at the very first one I did, it's +2 +0
Where is that +2 coming?
because mine is at +2 to start on my fate die.
Oh, yeah. You were supposed to add no modifier to that. It was supposed to be 0 because you get the automatic +2 from having a haste of 2.
Yeah.
But okay, then it's still a 0. My first one was still correct regardless.
So what's going to happen is, right, okay, in that case, we'll draw that, like the actual, as you're running, you're running ahead, you hear Jay go down there. And he's just going, and you just hear, ow. And you hear like the voices just behind you go, you hear that? This way. Now you're here, and you're hearing the voices as you go back up to Jay, you can see that he's lying there. He's actually got his, he's holding his ankle and he's going, no, go ahead. Leave me.
Asher's not going to leave him.
So what are you going to do?
Guess we're getting caught.
And then I think that's when we come back to Calista. There. Calista, you've been questioning them, the witnesses and all that. Oh no, no, sorry, ignore me.
I'm at home
You're at
on
home,
the phone with Captain Lassiter.
and like you got Lassiter on the line, and he is like, yeah, he's come. Okay, talk to me. What's the situation at in the French Quarter?
Looks like the Voodoo Boys.
And he's going, Vincent Law?
No, I don't think so. I think it's under. Didn't Vice talk to you?
There's barely been maybe like 30 minutes there going. He's going, no, they haven't gotten a hold of me yet. Why?
I called Vice to discuss that. I went to Voodoo Boys headquarters. Vincent's not there. Neither are his lieutenants. So I'm thinking it's under new management.
Murdoch case?
Murdoch case, going in and I talked to IT about the financials for the main suspect. And there may be a connection between him and Murdoch, and it has to do with money. I'm also investigating Murdoch's financials.
You having any issues with Murdoch's chasing up
No.
his financials?
No.
Okay. All right. Any other issues with
As she's talking, she's rummaging through files on an old case. And
Yeah.
his picture, Captain Lassiter, is up there as well on
Right.
the board.
Right. He's going, is there any issue? Right. Is there any actual issues that you're having with the Murdoch case? You know, the mayor, the papers, they're saying we've gone to a halt on this.
What do they know? They're trying to brush it under the rug. They're trying to force us not to
Right.
find it.
So is there anything that's stopping us at the moment?
No, we just need to get the backup, the evidence.
Right.
That's what I'm waiting on, is evidence.
Well, with him mentioning that, you do remember Briggs talking about the forensics for his Murdoch's house. That conversation, that was still needing to be expedited. That's not been picked up.
Hey, by the way, Captain Lassiter, what's up with the forensics at Murdoch's house? Are you keeping it from happening? Why is it taking so long? Are you the whole?
And he goes, what do you mean? It should. What do you mean it's not been done? I've been told it was given priority.
Well, I was talking to Briggs and he says it still hasn't been done.
Oh, right. I'll get on to them. Right. And it's like, when did it get submitted?
The same day we got his body.
Yeah, of course, that would make
That
sense.
was a week ago.
Would have been prior.
So we have someone in the office who is not listening to you, Captain. It would appear.
Sounds like I need to walk down to the forensics lab, to the forensics office, and ask what the hell's going on there, I think. Right. What about the French Quarter? I know it's just started, but at the moment, from what you're seeing, what are you going to need?
The forensics. I need to know what type of what caliber bullet. I already know it's the Voodoo Boys that did it. There may be another faction that is in play, because I saw three individuals on the surveillance jump from the balcony. And Briggs is thinking that those three were the target of the Voodoo Boys.
Right.
So at this point, I need the forensics of that. And I don't know if it's tied to Murdoch's murder.
Well,
It
you
might be
think the
two separate.
well, you think the
It might
Voodoo
be two
Boys might
separate.
be linked to Murdoch's murder? I mean, I thought I'm looking at what you've got so far. It's this Leonardo guy with mob
Palazzo, yeah.
ties with the Voodoos hate the Italian mob. They chased them out when they tried to come in 5 years ago.
I understand. But maybe the Voodoo Boys are now under the mob.
Oh, shit, that's the last thing we need. Right. Okay, so you're going to be asking me you're asking me to bump the forensics on the French Quarter above everyone else then.
I want it on equal footing
So with every other
with Murdoch. I want to see the forensics of the bullets. Because if the bullets match, then we know that the Voodoo Boys are now under the Italian mob. Which means we do not have necessary evil. We have a evil.
you just hear it and it just goes. You do realize if you're not able to actually get a connection to us, I'm going to have to be answering to the chief about rushing that ahead of all the other investigations.
If I don't get the forensics, how am I going to be able to connect the dots? I need the forensics. And I need Murdoch's house detailed. I need the forensics from the house.
I'll recheck.
And I want his laptop.
Oh, do you want me to have a raft in the bowl for you, detective?
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Right. Detective Value, I am gonna finish the call. No, not Detective Value. Brio, isn't it? Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Value. Whoops. Detective Brio. think I'm gonna end this call before I find that my ulcer perforates.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but that's basically it.
So he will hang up. As he's hanging up, you get a message from Briggs. The house is stripped.
Oh God. And you see her just shaking with anger, and she's knew it. There's gotta be a fucking mole. And she looks at the death board, the murder board.
Right.
And she goes, I'll be right there. She takes a quick shower because she basically doesn't sleep. And she drives over to Murdoch's house.
And that's where we're going to cut to Colin and Tony. Find yourself on the street where Hernandez's body was found.
Has the car already been towed?
You'll find actually the car is still there. The body's gone there. But
And there's police tape on the car.
Police tape, The police have actually disappeared. The police have literally got. There's like one officer. The police tape has been that was cordoning off the street has been already ripped open. There is a police officer just waiting. It's a totally different beat cop. Now looks like he's just waiting for the tow truck.
I'm surprised they actually left him alone here to wait for a tow truck.
So it's like there's something else going on in the city that's requiring a major police attendance there.
You know what? That guy would be. You know what? Would that guy be safe? That guy would be safe. This barrio, this section, deep in is safe. I'll say out loud. It doesn't matter. Took the car. Did it happen inside the car?
Indeed it did. Or at least the body was inside the car when I found it.
Just as you're having that conversation, you're looking over the car, like the police officer who's like kind of watching, he had been like looking the other way. And then as he just turns around and goes, right, gentlemen, look, this is a active crime scene. I need you to back up.
Just looking, officer.
And I think this is at this point, just to make it a wee bit interesting.
Go for it.
Totally, you have an issue with criminal history, don't you?
I sure do.
Yeah. I'm going to just, it's just going to be the officer. I'm going to give you a fate point for this.
Ooh.
Okay. So up your fate points by 1. The officer's going to go, oh yeah. Tony Montoya, can I put your hands on your head? You're under arrest.
Wait. You know what? I don't answer questions, officer. I am not resisting.
Well, we're needing to bring you in. So,
am I being detained or am I being arrested?
you're getting it. We've been asked to bring you in.
Big question. The big difference means detained means you could question me here. Arrest means we go to the station and handcuffs.
The detective in question, he told me to bring you in cuffs, sir.
Now, pardon me for taking a stance here, but do you think it's...
Don't answer questions.
No?
Maybe. Actually, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step into it. Please go ahead, Colin. Please try to convince something different. I didn't mean to step on your toes there. Go ahead.
Now, I might be just a bystander here, but do you think it's wise to altercate yourself alone in this part of New Orleans?
Cops kind of looking around, and he's
might be tad wiser for you to just forget you never ever saw anything. Just mind your own bit. Just do what you're supposed to do and not bring any additional problems to your way.
And you're looking at the officers. He's just going, right. 2 of you walk on. You better not be seen around here, Montoya. There is an act There's an active bolo for you.
I'll let that Montoya guy know, officer. I'll let him. I'm sure he would thank you, but he was here himself.
A wise call, Simon. I'll tell your mother we saw you in good health.
So what is the name of that officer you just intimidated?
That would be would have been Simon, last name Williams.
I'm gonna be having to get rid of some of these.
We're giving you a lot of names.
Yep.
Making a lot of enemies.
Yep.
Calm guy.
Now,
Yeah.
while we're walking, once he has made that mind up, Colin taps his cane onto the sidewalk. Oh, come on, Tony. Let us walk ahead and pay attention. Tapping the pavement once more, and Tony, looking down, can see a large scratch on the pavement that is made by something sharp.
Yeah. And as I had said in the last session, you see the ever so small drops of red there.
A little more volume, real quick.
You see small drops of red around the scar on the pavement.
I'm going to. I had a prompter and I lost it. So, I'm gonna bend down, and like I have this I reach in and pull out my my cross with one hand, reach down and say something in Spanish. Mira, ¿qué pasó aquí? And I'm gonna really inspect it, and I'm gonna. I think I want to check if there's any weird shit in there. Something. How can I put this? Phenomenal?
Supernatural.
That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Something that my grand Mama Kita used to tell me about, as well as Mama used to tell me to watch out for. And yeah, that's what I built a thing here called a stunt called where'd it go? Where's my stunts? Wait, where'd it go?
Was this the street smart one?
No. Oh, maybe it was in the weird. Fearless in the Simon seen some shit. No, that's not it.
No, that
Doesn't matter.
No, that's your aspects. Right. So what I'll give, if you give me an intellect roll. There.
Can do.
And then I think we can then have a look at your stunts afterwards and see if there's a.
That's good. Thanks. Appreciate you. I wasn't sure how this works. All right, here we go. I'm just going to give you a straight roll.
Right.
Perfect. 2 is good.
2. There is one creature that you can think of, though it's not. The funny thing is, it doesn't really feature in folklore for the area, but your Nana still talked about it, It's a wee bit of Celtic lore. It's what's called a red cap. There. A creature that will haunt the marshes and the swamps, lead the travelers unwillingly to their doom, and the red cap will then dip its cap in the blood of its victims.
I take out a little bit of hairspray,
Mhm.
and I spray near that area, and part of it turns green, like around the blood, where the cap would have dipped into the into it itself. And I'll just exposition repeat what you just said.
Yeah.
So that Colin knows about it as well.
Quite an interesting theory. Might I suggest we make for a walk to the local library?
Oh, I'm going to give you something. You've come across a red cap before.
Oh, I have.
Yeah. It wasn't a red cap. It was something else, though. Or it wasn't anything like the red cap you've come across before. If it
Oh,
was a
you
red
mean
cap.
this occasion, you mean?
Yeah, in this location. Because you came across a red cap before. I'm not going to say how long ago. There.
Yeah, in the past.
In the past, yeah.
Yeah.
We're-
Probably when I
we'll-
was wandering around.
Yeah, when you're on your
Celtic
travels,
lands.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. When you're on your travels and all those.
Yeah. Did spend a few years in Ireland.
Oh yeah, they like their knives. Okay. They like their knives.
Now, as we are walking away and the cup is no longer in earshot radius, that's when Colin will like. I don't. Red caps? I don't think so. Red caps. They like them knives. And sights. Dresden. He got red eyes.
What was the last part?
Red eyes. A no cap.
Yeah, so I'll give you the full description. So it's red eyes.
Yeah, I remember it, but I'm not telling all the details.
Oh
yet.
yeah, no. Just a reminder for everyone who was here. It was red eyes, but they were burning like the embers of a cigarette, okay, or like a coal, right? And that's all that you saw. Everything else, and then they kind of faded away. You didn't see the rest of the creature's body.
Now, I can't say I saw who did it, but I can't say who I found by the car. I was. What is it?
You
It
can't
all-
say what did it. You were something by the cop. What was that part that you said? You were something by the cop?
By the car, I found a man.
The car.
Yes. I found a man of shadows, with eyes of ember red, burning in the night.
Okay, I never heard of that, seen that before. That's new.
I have. Back in the days. Don't think you Yara people have a name for it.
And I think at that, this is probably where we want to call the episode.
Oh, really? We got 20 minutes to go.
And I'm like,
That's because we haven't had a break.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ah, fair point. Fair point.
Yeah.
we've
Right.
gone straight through, and
Yeah.
on that mystery, like, oh, I want more to find out more. All right.
Well, banter mode has been engaged.
Yeah. Right.
I do believe
Yeah.
we promised some banter.
Yeah.
At the
Oh.
after game.
For those banter, what kind of banter?
There's something about the gate.
Yeah, boob gate. I heard.
Boob
I was
gate,
promised-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we got promised the boob gate. We want to know what boob
Yeah.
All
gate
right, so
is.
if Blinky's still around, here we go. It's only because of the Canadian luge. No, what's that thing where you roll the stone on
Curling.
the
Curling.
ground? Curling. The Canadian Olympic curling team is caught up in controversy
Mhm.
about booping the stone, which is not supposed to do that. And the judges are like, well, how can I put this? There's video footage of them booping the stone, and
With the brushes.
yeah, and you're not supposed to do that.
No.
And so that could
you're,
be
you're meant to brush. Yeah, you're meant.
Yeah. You're
How
not
the
meant
fuck
to
did
touch
get
it
away
after
with
you
that?
let
That
go.
is so obvious. It's cheating.
It's cheating.
but the judges disagree because they don't quite know the rules, and and also the Canadians said literally, F off, there's no effing way we're cheating. In fact, you're the ones cheating. You've been booping. What else? We ain't booping. F you. It was there. That's the controversy. There's the
All
booping
right,
controversy,
Boopgate.
and unfortunately, Blinky's not here to defend the Canadian Olympic team. But Boopgate.
I thought you were
Okay, I was
saying
hearing
boob
poop
gate.
gate.
Yeah.
And I do believe that was
BOOP.
intentional in this part.
Yeah, that was the and,
Canadians are nice and polite until it comes to winter sports.
now,
No.
let's see.
The Tim Hortons.
Curling is just failed ice hockey players. No, see, now I'm starting it, and Blinky's not here to defend himself. See, I can't be that guy, so I'm not gonna do it. Even though I already did it, and I apologize for it immediately because now I feel bad after it came out of my mouth. Boopgate. That's it.
See, I wasn't hearing boop. I was hearing poop.
POOP. Yeah, I
Yeah.
probably should enunciate and have clarified better.
Oh right, I'm actually watching it. So
and
he's held on. He's held on to it for too long, and you're not meant to touch the granite. You only touch the handle. But it looks like from the shot, he actually's then given it. He's poked it.
and it's on the line.
On and exactly on the line. So that's multiple infraction. Yeah, that's
And it was not called by the referees.
They're like, well, no.
technically the referees are the players. That's the normal. Normally, it's the players that enforce it. It's actually quite a sedate sport. It's like curling normally is like, I would rather take the loss but play honestly than. So there was a lot of controversy a while ago where they were coming up with new material on the brushes. And it was insane what you could do. So they were then going, you could either go with more insane brushes and create all these new effects, and then anyone who didn't use the brush would lose, or you actually come up with a new standard. So they actually came up with a science where instead of going with the complete, insane magic brooms that they were coming up with, they found something in the middle there.
It's a
And
mid-round.
They made that the new standard there.
Sports are weird indeed. Here's the reason
one of
why
my
sports are
one of
weird.
my clients said, "Hey, I'm going on vacation. I'll be back in, a week and a half." I'm like, "Oh, where are you going?" "To see the Olympics."
Yeah.
You know, I wish I had that type of money to be able to just go take a vacation and see the Olympics.
Wow.
And he was never
Yeah.
heard from again.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
No, they'll be back. Because
They'll be
I have
back.
to give them numbers. I have to give them numbers. So
I don't know if you guys caught this, but I fixed the background issue.
You did.
You did.
I did not catch that during the stream, and I am so miffed about that because it's actually looks brilliant.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
now I have to actually go.
I think I'm just gonna share on our thing in the file of it just reversed. This way you could switch back and forth because I don't like the way where our halfway point is. It looks a little weird.
No,
Can
no,
you hear me
it's
now?
it's good. It's
Or it
good.
matches?
It's good.
It matches good? All right.
It's better than having the discontinuity. It sort of makes the clouds look like they're angel wings.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing. I see my parents arguing, so it's whatever. It's a Rorschach.
I suddenly see
Okay. I
the
am
animal
so
with two-
happy I have grown up in the generation where we know what Rorschach is.
Yeah, fast.
Who shack?
You
Who shacked
know,
who?
Oh,
Rorschach.
Rorschach.
Who did he shag?
You don't know what that is? Or are you being facetious?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right.
We're of course meaning the great superhero whose chronicles were, noted in the famous Alan Moore comic book of The Watchmen.
This is where the boys came from.
I see.
That was
I
the
see.
predecessor to the boys.
But in reality, Rorschach is the psychological test of
Well,
putting
that's why
ink on,
that's why he's
Right,
named
yeah.
that
because his
because
face mask is
yeah, exactly.
a moving.
Are you sure it's not called Jackson Pollock?
No, that's what happens when you spend too much time by yourself.
Pollock was actually my
Oh.
teacher back in the olden times.
Well, that's what.
No,
That's a
different.
Galaxy reference.
Well,
Different
that's a,
Pollock, though.
that's a Chris Pratt reference and the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Galaxy,
Yeah, you don't want to be bringing this room up in the UV light. It'll be like a Jackson Pollock paint.
I was at work this past week, and out of nowhere, the song "Denver, the Last Dinosaur" got stuck in my head.
Oh my God!
Luckily, I was with two coworkers that knew what I was talking about, because if I was with the younger generation, they would have looked like I had four heads.
It's because of the stupid song by them by the same band that made not Denver the Last Dinosaur, The Power of Love. Who made the song? It's the power of love.
From Back to the Future.
Yeah. Frick, it doesn't matter. Anyways, they have a song that is literally the chorus and verse and blah blah blah. And I hear it all the time when I'm in the shopping, and I'm like, oh, it's this band, and it always sounds exactly like Denver the Last Dinosaur. I know. Same here. Sorry to interrupt what you were saying. Tell me more.
No, like literally, it just like popped in my head as we were driving, and they were like, and I go, yeah, if I said this to the younger people on our roster, they would have went, "What are you talking about?" And I go, "Oh, that's right. You guys are all to be my children."
This is going to be a wee bit problematic. Like when I'm looking at songs, "The Power of Love." So many bands have made a song with that
I know.
title.
Huey Lewis.
Ah, right. Huey Lewis in the News. Because I also saw Frankie Goes to Hollywood, and I go, no, that's not Frankie Goes to Hollywood. That's not the same sound for
And
It's
also
like
Celine
actually
Dion, Power of Love, also, which is a very much famous version.
well, it's like let's be honest. It's like after see, have you ever seen the? You know, it's quite funny how like censorship for music videos can go about there, and it's funny how some music videos. You've ever seen Relax music? They're the proper music video for it.
For which one? Relax?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
no, maybe? No, I
for
can't
Frankie
remember, but now
Goes
I'm
to
going to look it
Hollywood.
up.
Right. So the clean one that most people will just be like, it'll be Frankie just singing and it's just like strobe lights. That's it. Yeah, the other one is actually it's an S&M club he goes into.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Uh,
Love it. Can't have
uh,
that on MTV. Nope.
oh, it
Maybe
only got
MTV After
It
Dark.
got only shown, I think, once in the UK at midnight on like Channel 4.
Man, imagine spending all that money for that rock video to not ever be shown except for on YouTube, like
Well,
hundreds of years later. I mean, 20 years later.
it's same with like Placebo. Protect Me. There is the actual official, the proper video for it is you're walking through basically a swinger party, like swinger slash S&M party.
Again, very have Valentine's theme for everybody.
Yes.
Again, real quick. Sarah, the
Yes.
song is "This Is It" by Huey Lewis and the News. If this is it, please let me know.
Yes, that's all I
If this
remember.
is it, well,
Good
won't
night,
you
Froggy.
let me go? So
Good
there you
night,
go.
Froggy.
Yeah.
Good
So
night.
what's this Denver the Last Dinosaur you said?
It's a
Yeah,
cartoon.
Denver the last dinosaur.
Ah,
It's Denver the last dinosaur. He's my friend and a whole lot more.
Well, since
It's all
Froggy
right.
is going, I think it is more than prudent for us to go
That's what
to.
song I'm singing.
Yeah. All right.
So, you know what they say in
Yep.
down in New Orleans?
Yeah, bonus combo.
Bonus
Bonus combo,
Gumbo.
everyone.
This gumbo.